And cue the onslaught of crybaby bass players bitching, why didn't you just give it to a bedroom musician who needed it? You're such a fucking asshole! Can't wait for that viewer's comments video.
What a fantastic idea. Let's do that. How's it going, everybody? It's Friday. Hope you're going to have a magnificent weekend. And as you guessed by the title of this show, we've got a special theme for this viewer's comments. All the butthurt people who got upset that I dropped Marshall Code 25 off a rooftop. Let's get right to it.
Stop doing that stupid shit! You look like those assholes that break cars just because they can. If you just like that shitty amp, give it to a young guy who can't buy one, or to a school. Don't be a stupid child, you're better than that.
Yeah, you know what I say to that? Growing up is overrated, you killjoy. And just to prove a point, you've inspired this shirt, and I'm going to make this available for the next week and the next week only. So get yours today and give a giant middle finger to the killjoy in your life.
Sycophants all around, I see. Since when is a practice amp with a 10-inch speaker supposed to sound amazing? The mic tone he was bitching about was better than most of his recorded tones. Ow, ow, ow. It was just a little further out to the speaker. They obviously make a larger version and a head. These amps get great customer reviews on Sweetwater.
Yes, they get great reviews on Sweetwater because people need to validate their purchases. And I love the line here. They obviously make a larger version and a head. Well, I wasn't reviewing the larger version, now was I? I was reviewing the 25 water and what it could do. If you send me a larger version, I will review that, but I'm not reviewing something I don't have my hands on. Look, I understand that's a really difficult concept to grasp, but maybe if I talk a little slower and maybe a little more calm, maybe even you can understand that.
Hey, you could have given it away to a kid starting to play the guitar. I'm sure on the Spider video, someone suggested the same.
Well, an awful lot of people made that suggestion. And to my knowledge, none of them actually went out and bought an amp and donated it themselves.
B. The in the mix tone was actually kick-ass, and maybe the Joyer rig cost $40 more, but it wouldn't have any effects for actually performing with.
Well, I'd rather have good tone than a lot of effects. And I love it how you guys say, oh, the mix was great. You know, here's the thing. When I say I hate something, you guys love the sound. When I say I like something, you guys hate the sound. You just can't fucking win at this job.
Well, this is your channel and your narrative, but the reviews on Amazon are generally very favorable and serves a market that doesn't have in-depth knowledge of what can be done for the same price.
And that is exactly why I do this show. I do demos and I do comparison videos where you, the viewer, can actually hear how the things sound like in a real-world recording environment so you can make an informed choice. Hearing something is far more valuable than reading a text description.
Participation trophies? Way to out yourself is too damn old. Let me guess, modern music is just noise, right?
I've never ever once said that modern music is noise. I've said it's awfully fucking boring though, with all the computer assistance, the time aligning, the auto-tune, and the rest of the bullshit that goes into making perfect performances these days. We don't get to hear the artist anymore. We get to hear paint by numbers, and that's why it sucks.
Do you even know what a practice amp is mean and what they are used for? Are you really that retarded that you would think a musician would bring a practice amp to a recording? It's for kids and people who are just starting to play, you fat dumb cunt. And ruining totally fine gear that your patrons paid for just because you don't like it proves you're a fat dumb cunt when you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Sit down and eat your pancakes with Canadian bacon and Canadian syrup and shut the hell up. You're probably gonna try and read this comment on your show and turn it around to make me sound stupid. But seriously, who is the stupid one?
Oh, I don't think I have to try very hard at all. I think you've done a magnificent job all by yourself there, Cupcake.
Children in Africa could have eaten that amp. I'm offended that you did what you wanted with the thing that you own.
What, with this thing?
Come on, Glenn, why didn't you let a kid smash that amp?
Now there's a constructive idea. Maybe next time.
Also, I love that you're still pumping the Joyo Zombie. I love mine and bought it because you told me to.
Hey Ryan, thanks so much for writing. Glad you got one. Glad you're still liking it. You know, I recommended this thing over a year ago and I've still yet to find a better amp for a lower price that just sounds as ferocious as this thing does. Get the Joyo Zombie, guys. Trust me on this one. It is absolutely killer.
I really hate it when you break these kind of things. I really do. And I hated it this time as well. But I have to admit that this particular amp destruction was really entertaining. Apart from that, I fully agree. Nobody needs, nowadays, shitty amps when we have fucking awesome VSTs and impulses. And the Code is surely one of them.
Glad you enjoyed the episode. We had an absolute blast making it. Actually, those are a lot of fun to shoot. And we've definitely got some ideas for some upcoming episodes as well. Boy, are people gonna be angry.
Yo, Glenn! Marshall should actually be paying you for this. You actually made this amp sound as good as it possibly could in a mix, to be honest, and what a great track. Way better than any other demonstration of this amp I've seen. I'll bet Marshall's social media team is crying that they can't share this.
I did the best I could with the amp, but honestly, I could have got a far better tone out of it if it just had a speaker output and I could have mic'd it with a decent cabinet. That's the fatal flaw of the 25. And if you absolutely insist on getting a digital modeling amp, get a Boss Katana.
Why don't you stop shitting on gear and start focusing on getting great sounds from cheap and boutique gear? Tone is in the fingers, not your fucking control board.
Well, Dustin, let me tell you exactly just how wrong that assumption is. See, I believe that line of bullshit too, until we did a test where we brought in 4 players with the exact same signal chain, and the only thing we changed out was the player. And guess what? The tone barely shifted. We did a video on it called Is the Sound Really in the Hands? And when it comes to metal tone especially, no, it's not. It is in the signal chain. It's where you place the mic, the type of mic, all that kind of thing. There are minor clarity differences with the player, but the tone is definitely in the gear. Ignore it at your own risk. Oh, and by the way, thanks for suggesting I do videos on getting great sounds from cheap gear. I've only been shouting out the Joyo Zombie for the last year. Maybe you should try watching my show instead of bitching about it.
Glenn, I fucking love the knowledge and honesty whenever you do something. It's refreshing, and while companies like Line 6, Marshall might get butthurt, people shouldn't. If anything, you should be the one preventing that person from spending their hard-earned cash on such garbage. Please never change. Much love from the middle of America.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for understanding what this show is actually about, and that is looking at equipment from a broke consumer's perspective, because I used to be that kid too. I used to work in my bedroom with limited gear and a non-existent budget and try and get the best sounds I possibly could. I begged and borrowed gear all the time from friends and tried out new pedals and all kinds of crap. And it was an awful lot of fun, but I definitely learned what good gear sounds like and bad gear sounds like. And you know what? I would have loved it if somebody told me, hey, don't buy that thing because it's a piece of shit. All right, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. And please keep that feedback coming. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear questions about recording. I want to hear episode suggestions, and I want to hear criticisms because they allow me to make a better show. That's constructive criticism there, guys. All right, before I go, don't forget, I've got Growing Up is Overrated, the shirt. It's going to be available this week and this week only. Once it's gone, it is gone for good. Get it while you can. And what the hell happened to the summer? It's Labor Day weekend already. You guys go have a magnificent weekend. Enjoy what's left of the summer, and then it's back to school. Ugh. All right, I'm out of here. Until next time, Hasadigi Evil Eye.